ask the question that nobody wants to ask. I'm the outsider, and so I'll ask, well, why are we doing it that way? Why why are we having these inroad, in fights, et cetera, or struggles? So I can't really pinpoint it to one question. And I want the audience to recognize, and I've written about this. I don't wake up every day saying I've got to break something. What I wake up doing is trying
Right.
to understand where companies are, where the friction is, and oftentimes it's because of legacy practices.
Yeah.
Gradually, this concept of gradually, then suddenly, gradually over the years, as you scale, you've just been doing things and you've been changing it incrementally. And all of a sudden, suddenly one day you wake up and say, well, wait a minute, this doesn't work anymore. Well, but if we do that, then John or Sally are going to be upset. Well, I have the saying, uh, you may not like this, and you need to respect it. And that's a hard thing. You can dislike something and respect it at the same time. So yes, I do go into organizations because there's usually a problem. Messaging isn't getting through, or we're not growing fast enough, or we don't have strategies. And so it's already set up for me to challenge the status quo.
Yeah, because there's an issue, a problem maybe that they recognize, and
Right.
that's interesting. When we've done consulting for a few years now, and it is wild. They're always calling you when something's busted, or they're
Hmm.
like they can't figure something out. And you do say a lot that you do position yourself as an outsider that gains a new perspective. And it sounds like at Baker Tilly, you wanted people to adopt that even inside the company too. How
Sure.
can you look out from the client in?
Hmm.
From stakeholders in. Um,
Hmm.
how can we do that? How can we better become our own third party, or can we not do that for ourselves at all?
No, you can. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of space. It often takes a third party facilitator to help, an advisor, somebody that's done it. Um, Look, nobody needs to do thing you don't need to do things on your own. So if you can get somebody, whether it's me or somebody else, to help and say, hey, we went on this journey. I had a lot of help, right? We hired Axiom and Dave Coleman. We hired some advisors along the way. Hearing from a Stephen Chipman, as I suggested, was a big thing. Speakers at our partner meetings. Always getting outside inputs to get people to think differently. And then it's the drip, drip, drip of the communication. Words matter. For instance, my client to our client, the firm to our firm. All words matter, and so getting the lexicon shifted or evolved to what you want it to be going forward is critical. There's a lot of times when you'll say something, yeah, 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 but we do it this way. No, people know that when I hear my client, I'll stop. I'll stop a meeting. I'll stop somebody in the hall, and I'll change. I won't. It's not correcting them, but I'll. No, we don't talk that way. We talk this way. It's really fascinating when you're working with a client, and all of a sudden you hear them, instead of saying cross sell, they say cross serve. Instead of saying my client, they say our client. They say, well, he's or she's off strategy. Then
Mm.
it's the shift is happening.
They're changing their
So
language, basically.
change in their mindset, right? And their
Yeah.
their language depicts their mindset. And so, can it be done? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have
That's,
less time, you need to bring in outsiders to help you kind of catapult yourself. It can
yeah.
be done.
Yeah.
It takes discipline and it takes being intentional.